What's up, you guys? Johnny here. Welcome back to my channel, and today we have another episode with rebuilding the BMW 335 that I scored from an auction. If you haven't seen the previous video, click the link in the description, go watch it, and we'll continue with today's episode. So, as you see, the car is on the jack stands because today we are going to take off the transmission because there's been some really bad kicks when shifting the gears and when letting the clutch go. So I've been checking the rear differential, everything looks good, and I'm assuming the clutch is bad. And also I found a used clutch, pretty much like brand new from a guy here, local guy. I paid for it like what, $160. I picked it up. I'm gonna pull out the transmission right now. Hopefully the problem is in only the clutch and it's gonna solve the issue. Also today I received the long waiting package from KW Suspension, which came all the way from Germany. It took what, almost 2 months to get it, but finally today it's here. A little bit disappointed because I was expecting something else, like the full coilover assembly, but unfortunately, as you can see, I got just the cartridge. And I have to take my old coilover apart, which I already started to do. It's right here. Everything is on the floor. I already started to clean the spring. All this stuff needs to be cleaned also because the old coilover blew out, and this, if you can see how it's bent, really bad. Fortunately, all other parts are good, are intact, and I'll be able just to swap them on the new cartridge and put it on the car. But right now, let's go. We'll take the transmission off, we'll inspect the clutch, and hopefully today we're gonna put it back together. So let's go to work. Houston, we have a problem. I got the exhaust out already, but looking at the transmission and looking at the differential and the axles, I'm thinking that the problem is not in the clutch but might be in the axles because they have like a lot of free play. I can even show you a little bit. It's not that good in the shop without the lift, but we're working with what we have. So right here, if you see, it's moving right here too much, like a free play. This is normal, but I'm not sure if this play is normal. Same thing on this side, and plus it's leaking a little bit. Might be that this car will need 2 new axles and to rebuild the differential itself, but I'm gonna start it right now and I'm gonna put it in the gear. We'll see under the load what's going on. Anyway, I have to take the transmission off because when putting the car in the gear first, or even when moving, trying to switch gears, it's kind of hard a little bit. Feels like the clutch might be burned out already. So yeah, let's go with checking right now with the car running, and then we'll go to the further with the transmission. I hope, you know, the whole hope is always coming the last, you know, but let's see.
someday I will buy galleys with good oars, sail to distant shores, stand up on the prow, noble walk and steer, steady course to the haven, you many foemen you.
Into the next day, and we got the training out, and we have a problem with the clutch. It's already, everything is already out. There's significant damage to the pressure plate, and also the clutch plate, it's completely gone. There's harsh usage on it, even on the flywheel. You can see it with you can feel it with the finger that it's not uneven, and even has like a edge. You can feel it also with your nail finger, but the pressure plate looks like there was something in here that was rubbing into it, scratching into it. I'm not sure what happened to it, but it's toasted. The clutch is toasted, and I will have to replace it. The one that I have here will not gonna go, that I bought, the OEM one. It's not gonna hold all the power that this car is making, I'm assuming, because that's why initially the guy who built this car, he replaced the clutch with an upgraded one. I found this one on, there's name of it, it's a spec clutch which holds about like 620 wheel torque. So yeah, I found one already. There's a guy selling a used clutch assembly with the flywheel, the clutch disc, and the pressure plate all together. He wants $700 for it. I'll text him to see if he wants to give it for like $500. I'll take it because it's used, under 8,000 miles. So yeah, also the bearing, I believe the bearing is also bad because doesn't look really good to me, and I'll have to order a new one as well to replace it, because if I'm putting it back together, I want to put with good parts to forget about it for a while at least. Everything was super dirty. There's a lot of dirt inside. I'll have to wash everything, but for now I'll just leave the car like this because there's no further action for me to do it because I don't have the parts. But I will probably continue with the coilover to assemble it and put it back into the car. But first I have to clean everything because all the oil that came out from this one, the bent one, it's all over all the other pieces, the parts. So I'm gonna clean it right now and assemble it and probably put it back in the car. So let's get back to work. Luckily everything is possible to take it apart and just to replace what's broken, you know, and it's easy to clean, easy to maintain, you know. Look at this, everything is so dirty. I cleaned everything, I took everything apart, even some kind of a bearing here that sits on the top of the coilover. So I cleaned everything with brake cleaner, everything looks clean now. Actually, I could probably clean this one better too. Let me see if I can. There you go. And voila, the coilover is back together, as you guys saw the whole process of assembling it. Here's the damaged one, bent one. The body itself is bent and the rod also is bent, so this goes to garbage. This clean everything together with the new cartridge. It's gonna go in that car, but not today. Now I'm gonna go home and I'll come back in 1 second. So a few days later, guys, I'm back at the shop, back to work on the car. I put the car back on the stands, and like I said, I went to the guy who was selling a used flywheel, clutch disc and pressure plate. The pressure plate brand new. I took it from him. I was able to get it for 600 bucks. He posted it for 7. I dropped it because the flywheel was super rusty, but still it was in a better condition than mine, so I had to take it to a machine shop. They resurfaced the flywheel. The pressure plate was brand new in the package, and the clutch disc itself right here. So the clutch disc was, I got to my shop, and for me it was looking not that good actually, you know, when I started to inspect it properly and better, and for me it looked like it's a little bit low. It's a ceramic clutch disc, and I decided to buy a new one, a brand new one from ACT. It just arrived yesterday, so right now I'm gonna start with putting the flywheel, clutch disc and the pressure plate. I bought a brand new alignment clutch alignment tool, aligning tool, because I didn't have one. So from ACT, guys sent me also a brand new aligning tool for the clutch. So far looking good. I also got a brand new push bearing with the fork from the BMW dealer. The stock ones, I don't think there's any upgrades for them, and I think this one is gonna work just fine. What else? The flywheel that was actually on the car, I took it to the machine shop also. They will resurface it. I'll see, maybe I'll keep it for myself or I'll just resell it. And actually the used clutch disc that I got from the same guy, looking at the new one, this one is just a little bit low, and this one might work too, but I'm not gonna risk it, so I'm gonna snap the brand new parts that I got just to be sure that everything is gonna work properly. I'm just by myself today. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put the transmission by myself because I do not have a special jack for the transmission. Maybe I'll call somebody to come and help me, but yeah, for today the plan is to put at least the clutch assembly back in the car, and I didn't install yet the coilover, so probably I'll do that too as well, and I'll leave the transmission for another day. But yeah, this is the plan, so let's go to work. So here everything looks super dirty from dust. Oil is leaking a little bit. As you can see, I'm gonna have to clean everything with some brake cleaner and some air, and then I'll be able to put the clutch in. So let's get to it. Now it's time for the flywheel to go in. By the way, this is M Factory flywheel, 20 pounds. Okay, let's see. Man, I hate it when dirt goes into your eyes. Shit. Okay. Now the bolts are gonna tie it up properly. Oh shit. Just to be safe, I'm gonna put some thread locker on them. Not too much, but I know I did it before on my E36 with the thread locker, so better safe than sorry, you know. I prepared everything. I cleaned pressure plate, clutch disc. It's good that it has marks, has transmission side. Is this one. We'll take the tool like this. It's gonna hold the clutch in place. Now pressure plate has new bolts, came with new bolts and some washers, and we'll do the same thing. We'll put each one a washer. I'm not sure the washers are needed, but if they are in here, I'll put them on, and I'll also put some thread locker. A 50 pound per foot torque. I got my torque wrench here. Let's try to see if I'll be able without blocking the fifth flywheel. Yeah. I'm afraid this thing is too much, 50 pounds per foot. Like seriously. Oh man, this is not easy to do it alone. But as you can see, I did it. Now what's left is to put the transmission on. But I'm not gonna be able to do it by myself. So now I'm gonna go with the coilover. Whew, it's hot in here. I'm gonna put the coilover so to have everything ready besides the tranny. And whenever I'll have some help, hopefully that's gonna happen tomorrow. Oh my god, hopefully that's gonna be tomorrow. One of my guys is gonna help me after work to get this thing done. So yeah, now let's go to get the coilover in. Okay, so let's get it done. Easy. The coilover is being held just by a stabilizer arm and just one bolt in the knuckle. So you see, I took it out, the bolt and the nut, and now the knuckle is free from the coilover. Now I have 3 bolts on the top of the coilover, and that's a 13mm, so I'm gonna take them off right now. Boom! The cheap Max Speed Rodings coilover is back off. back of the car. Anyway, it was hitting hard in the chassis. I'm not sure, maybe there's some kind of adjustments to it, but it was freaking hard. It was like taking it super hard. And yeah, it's time to get the new one in. The new coilover ready to go in. Me as a mechanic, I have a problem because not always put all the parts in the right place, so I might lose them. That's a big problem for me because right now I forgot where I put these 3 nuts from here. I found them, but it took me a while. So I have 3 nuts and 3 washers. I'm gonna put this in. I gotta check the other side how much camber is on that one, because this one has adjustable camber. So I'll go real quick on the other side to check the camber or caster. No, caster. Yeah, that side is a little bit less than -1. So we'll have to put this one. Try to put it as close as possible to that one. The third bolt, it's a little bit of an issue because it's bent a little bit and I don't have another one, so it's not sticking really good, so I'll have to hold it from the underneath with something in order to be able to tighten it up. This is so weird because the max speeding coilover went in smooth like butter, but this one doesn't want to go in the knuckle. It's surprising me. Okay guys, so the coilover is in, everything tightened up, everything looks good. Just left to put the fender liners, all the plastics around, and to snap back the transmission. Transmission, I'm not gonna be able to do it today because I'm alone, and definitely I'm not gonna be able to do it. I adjusted the coilover height the same as the other side. I measured the other side and I did it this one the same. Probably will need some more adjustments when I'm gonna do an alignment and see if the needs more adjustments from here. I was trying to tie up the locking nut. Has like a small pin that threads into the coilover to hold it in place, not to disadjust, not to drop the spring. So I was tightening it up and the thread on the nut just came out and now it's loose. So I had to improvise and I took some cold weld. I made small pieces. I put it here inside, like on the wall of it, and I'll let it dry. It has enough space for this to go in, so I'll let it dry. Then I don't know, maybe in 30-40 an hour, if I'll be here, I'll put it back. If not, I'll leave it for tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow I'll put the transmission back on and go test drive it. Also guys, don't forget that I'm giving away in every video $100 to one of you, so write comments, be subscribe to the channel, like the video and share, and you have the possibility to win $100. So go write a comment right now, because you might get $100, you know. So at the end of this video we will finalize and choose the winner from the previous video who wrote down the comment, so don't forget. And we'll choose the winner with the randomizer at the end of this video. And to win the $100 from this video is gonna be in the next video. So yeah, probably right now I'll just go wash the transmission and I'll go home to rest because It's Sunday, it's March 3rd, and tomorrow is Monday, and it's back to work, this is my work where I do my car right now, my main work, my main job, where I repair trucks. So yeah, I'll go get some rest and I'll see you in a second again. Oh, so after a week we are back at finishing up this car. It's honestly been a week. I didn't have any more time during the week to finish up, but we are back. As you can see, the car is back on the stands because I had to take it out, not to take the space from the shop. So I got it back on the stands, and it's time to put the transmission back in, to bleed the clutch and go try to see if the problem still persists. I hope it's not. During all this job that I was doing, another problem popped out just because I did a freaking mistake. I was jacking up the engine from the front so I can have some more space between the frame and between the chassis and the transmission to be able to get the upper transmission bolts out. And I think that I cracked the auxiliary water pump that goes turbo, auxiliary turbo water pumps, I believe is that, and now it's leaking coolant. Too much. I still didn't check what's the problem, but I will definitely check it after the transmission is gonna be in. So yeah, let's go now to put the transmission, and hopefully everything is gonna go well. And at the end today, I'm gonna choose the winner randomly, who is gonna get the $100. So stay tuned. Let's go back to work. So another day passed. Just because this car is giving me a headache with bleeding the clutch. It took me the whole day yesterday and pretty much the whole day today with just freaking bleeding the clutch, just because the slave cylinder wasn't working properly. So I decided to go and buy a new slave cylinder from AutoZone. I paid for it $40, but I was alone, so I didn't know how to bleed it myself, because when you do it, there should be two persons in order to be able to do it properly. So I came back with the part. My helper Max, he went home because it's already late. It's 11 p.m. right now. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is Monday, and we have to get back to work. But I decided to give it a try. So I figured I have to press the clutch pedal somehow, to press it down and hold it there pressed until I so I can go under the car and open the bleeder. So what I did, I took this truck battery, I was pumping the pedal, and I was taking this wrench, sticking it into the pedal, then putting it against the battery, and I was going under the car opening the bleeder. I did it 4 times, and the clutch is finally hard enough to probably engage the gears. So right now I'm gonna connect the jumper because the battery is dead, and I'm gonna freaking try it right now to see if it's working. Oh. Shit. The battery is completely dead, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on. Don't be a... battery is completely dead. Okay, I'll go bring the jump cables and I'll try it again. Okay, so second try. I got the battery connected to a jump cable, to another battery. Let's see. Damn, the clutch is so hard. think I gotta bleed it a couple more times. It's either the slave cylinder, it's that bad, or AutoZone parts, man. But it's working. At least I can put it in gear. Let me stop it. I don't want to burn this place because there's no exhaust, and probably there's a lot of freaking brake cleaner on the floor, and I just don't want to burn this place. Yeah, it's working. I'll probably try to bleed it a couple more times and see how it's gonna go. But yeah, so far it's working. If not, I'll just buy another slave cylinder and OEM one and put it back in. I know that I can do it right now because, man, honestly, it took me freaking 2 days to bleed this freaking clutch. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I thought to put transmission is gonna be hard, but eventually bleeding the clutch is way harder. Could be also that the brake, the clutch pedal is that hard just because it's a new pressure plate and a crazy one, drag racing one. So could be because of that, but I'm not sure. Right now what I have to do is to clean all this mess up here, put all the tools back together, try to put the exhaust back in, and to go home because in the morning I have to come back to work. And probably I will finish tomorrow the video with the generating the winner of the $100. So I'll be back in just 1 second for you. So this is how I have the clutch in place with the wrench, the battery. I didn't have anything else to put in against the seat. So let's go bleed it one more time. We'll go under the car. Let me just... Oh, man, it's hard to work alone on your car. It's very hard. Okay, so I have everything connected here. There was a few more bubbles of air. Probably needs it one more time, but I will do that without you guys. It's taking too much time to do this and filming all this, but you saw at least how I'm doing it by myself. So just make a note for yourself. If you ever have to bleed your clutch by yourself, you have an idea how to do it, and I'll get back to finish it. Another day in paradise. Yesterday I finished bleeding the clutch. I did put the exhaust back on the car. It was hard because I was doing it alone, but at the end I did it. I did a couple of runs with the car to test the clutch, how it's working. I'm not gonna say it's working great, but it's working much better than it was before. No more kicks, no more stuff like that. But today I decided to dig a little bit into the coolant issue to see what I broke when I was jacking up the front of the engine. As you can see, the front end is taken apart, and digging into that coolant leak I found a lot more problems, and that's gonna require a lot more money. Right now I was thinking is it worth to finish this car, but I don't have an option. Like, there's no options to give up for me, so we'll definitely continue repairing this car, getting back to life and repairing all the problems. But we'll leave all this into the next video. And right now, like I said, one of you is gonna get $100 from me. So let's pick the winner. I have my laptop here ready. Let's put it here on the car with the video open. We'll copy the link, go to the randomizer, paste, and we have 10 comments. Don't forget to write comments, because the next winner could be anybody, one of you. You can be the winner. So write comments, be subscribed to the channel, and 1, 2, 3, pick the winner. Erdem Eren, brother, you got $100 from me. Shoot me a direct message on my Instagram, or I'll leave my email in the description. You got the $100. Let's get together. I'll Zelle it to you, or Cash App, or whatever. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did a lot of work and a lot of work still to be done. Thank you for watching. Give me a like or a dislike, whatever this video is worth it. Be subscribed to the channel and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!